What's going on, guys and gals? Looks like you have caught me playing GTA 5 online for the 12th billionth time, but for some sad reason, I still have not reached that rank 100. And how can you really do that quickly in a game like GTA 5? The game itself just has a fun, interactive, free roam, brutal online experience that you're free to do whatever you like. Most of the time, you'll find yourself on the loading screen after dying for the 10th time in a row, but we simply just keep going back for more. There is something we just love about getting blown up or run down by a truck that we simply can't get enough of. But out of the crazy GTA 5 online free roam, there are actual game modes you can play, and there is actually quite a number of them. So today we're going to be taking a look at 5 of the best GTA 5 online game modes to play. Our first entry goes to a heart racing mode called Slashes. A spooky game mode where you will often find yourself playing in a warehouse with a bunch of other players who are scary looking, wearing masks, and are pretty much trying to hunt you down and kill you. Sounds fun, doesn't it? This game mode definitely keeps you on the edge as you are desperately trying to find the safest place to hide. One thing the game doesn't tell you is that nowhere is safe. Before you know it, a clown will be in front of you gunning you down, while the rest of the team just sits back and watches the drama. But if somehow you have survived long enough, you'll find yourself on the opposite end of the seat. That's right, it's your time to spook them. You can now start to play recklessly, run around, make as much noise as you like, using the light in your shotgun, trying to find the enemy, and when you do find them, you're already starting to giggle, because you know they're going to be dead. When you couldn't think that GTA 5 Online Racing could get better, it did. Our second entry goes to the Stunts series. A big selection of insane races filled with obstacles, loops, jumps, and pretty much anything crazy you can think of out there is probably in a race. But then they really took it up a notch with the Stunt series when they brought out the Transformer races. The races got harder and more complex. For some reason, the players were more aggressive and wanted to do everything in their power to shut you out of the race completely. There was a number of times where I was yelling at the screen as I had been knocked off the track by the same person over and over again. But overall, the races were fun and very refreshing. One moment you'll be driving as a car, approaching dangerous waters, then poof, like a wizard's wand, you are now a boat. And then again, you are now in the sky flying a jet. And to make the mode even more difficult, during the flying sections, you would have to turn the plane into a certain position in order to get a speed boost. Most of the time, I was too lazy to do this, so I would find myself suddenly at the end of the pack, but by that point, I'd already turned off the system and gone to bed. Good times. Our third entry goes to a recently new game mode known as Hardest Target. It's pretty much like a team deathmatch, but you only get points when killing a target, so as you can imagine, it can be quite annoying as everyone else that isn't a target is protecting the chosen one to ensure they win the game and get some big bucks. It certainly does get more difficult when it's your time to be the chosen one, because if you're a bad player like myself, you're going to find your team at the losing end of the straw, as the other team pretty much uses the opportunity and abuses it to gain as many points as possible and to try and win the game. So if you're a bad player, look out for hateful messages from the GTA 5 community. Thanks, game. The second last entry goes to a bit of an older mode that we all loved and we're very excited to play the release of it, and that is Deadline. It's still a fun mode to play, especially with friends. It's competitive, involves skill and tactics, and overall is just really cool. This was the first time we saw something like this in GTA 5 Online, and was a mode I stayed up for to play. It also gave us a whole new array of outfits and a pretty cool looking Tron bike that glowed and cost millions to buy, but we all eventually got it in the end. Here it is, the moment you have all been waiting for. The final entry to conclude this video is a game mode called Sumo. What's not to like about Sumo really? It's fun and silly, and is a mode that is quick to get into with hardly any waiting time at all. It's just amusing to see a bunch of little cars crashing into each other, desperately trying to push each other off buildings to make each other explode. Gosh, we're brutal people. Anyways, well, that concludes this segment. I hope you have enjoyed watching, and please let me know what you think about these selections in the comments. Other than that, guys, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next time.